Hello, everybody, and welcome to Infamous Interviews at Infamous Horror. Today, we are joined by Teresa Sutherland, who made her directorial debut with Lovely, Dark, and Deep. So, Teresa, how did you get involved with this project?
It's always been mine. I wrote it several years ago, and this was the one that I was gonna direct. I have always wanted to be a director, and um, after The Wind, I was like, the next one's mine. Next one's mine. So
And how was it like getting Georgina Campbell on board for this? Because she was fantastic in Barbarian right before this. And then
yeah,
she gives another terrific genre performance that is just so grounded and emotional in this. It's fantastic to watch.
yeah. Barbarian hadn't come out when we were casting. I didn't know anything about it, but I had seen her in a Black Mirror episode,
Uh,
and I was just like taken with her performance. Like you said, it was just like so real and so grounded. And I wanted that for Lennon. I wanted that for this character to feel like a real person. And Georgina is such an incredible actor and presence, and just like we shot this whole movie in 3 weeks and would not have been able to do that without her. Like she just every time brought it, and it brought so many special moments that like I wouldn't have been able to see. Yeah, it was really incredible. And then when Barbarian came out, every like the whole team on this was just like, oh shit, like oh man, we knew. But
Right. And so how does it feel having this also premiere or play at Fantasia International Film Festival? Because this is
I
one of those iconic genre legendary festivals. And if you get a film played there, it has to feel ecstatic.
it's incredible. I feel so just like grateful for it, and so excited to have this film be shown for the first time to an audience that are my people. Like these are
Right.
genre people. These are people who are coming to see this, and that's so exciting for me. Yeah, I cannot wait to sit with them and see how it goes.
Right. And when is it premiering at Fantasia? What day?
it, it premieres on Sunday, the
Okay.
23rd, which I have been getting my dates all mixed up, but Sunday. And 9:40. Um
And I wanted to ask you, how did the writing process for this go when you were writing it? Because there's so much going on, so much that it like demands your attention and focus with each scene. So how do you go about writing a script?
um I I the whole idea, the whole storytelling process for this film started when I started going down like deep dives. I found like a YouTube video or something that was about national park conspiracies, and one of them was like an exorbitant amount of people go missing in our national parks, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. And so I just started looking at that, and there are documentaries and books and people stories of just these weird, like so creepy and just strange disappearances. And it's funny now because I still do that. I love to watch creepy stuff. I'll go on YouTube
Oh
and
yeah.
I'll just like watch scary stuff for hours at night if I can't think of anything else to do. And recent like just last week or something, my husband and I were watching like this list of videos or whatever, and this TikTok videos, and he was like, that's where we that's one of those missing people. That's a missing person. That's that. And I was like, yeah, it's I guess it's still happening.
Right.
But like it started with that, and I love to start stories from a place of like realism. For me, it just gives me a place to kick off, and then I just go. I just like I don't enjoy outlines, don't help me, treatments don't help me. I just go. And like anything that needs fixed can be fixed later. And I just want to see where this story goes. And so yeah. I
And
just
out,
go.
yeah.
Sorry.
And outside of Georgina, how did the other casting process go? Because the other park rangers were very good in this as well.
Yeah, Nick Blood and Wai Ching Ho play our two other like leads, and they were both just like, as soon as you meet them, you know, like that was sort of a
Right.
thing. You talk to them and you're like, oh yeah, yep, it's you. You want to? Yeah, let's do it. And then when we got there, we cast as much as we could from the community there, and that was just an incredible experience too, because you get to have like people that wouldn't, you probably wouldn't have come across your desk, certainly not if we had, it's an independent film, like it's not something that we wouldn't be like scouring the world, we would be trying to stay local like we did, and just getting to meet these wonderful people who just sent in like clips and just like, it was truly incredible to get to work with these people. Are all of my cast is just brought it. There's a scene where a bunch of park rangers, no spoilers, are sitting very still, and I'm not going to go into any
Right.
more of what's
Yeah.
happening in that scene, but I like directing it. I'm like totally focused on like what like the shot looks like, how the movement's going, what Georgina's doing, and then like in the editing process, just watching all of these people just be so still. I remember, so every time I watched that, I think I commented to my editor Alex Amick and was just like, they're fucking great. Like, look at that. Like, how that's so terrifying. That's so creepy.
And how was it like finding the filming location for Lovely Dark and Deep? How did that whole process go?
We looked a bit in New York, when we were first starting out, and I was down, but it wasn't exactly like when I was envisioning this project, it was like a Sequoia or a Yosemite or something like that. And it didn't really have that vibe, but I was like, that's fine, you know, we'll do this vibe instead. But then we got the opportunity to shoot in Portugal, and getting there and just seeing that like, oh, this looks like a Sequoia, this looks like a Yosemite, and I like, we shot it in 3 weeks, but we had so many locations to go to, and so like we were constantly like 2 places in one day all the time, just like spread all over this giant like estate. Very very like such an incredible experience shooting in the woods. I grew up camping. I love to be in like these natural spaces. And yeah, it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. If you go to Portugal, you should absolutely go to Jerez. You should absolutely visit Sintra. Like, these places are beautiful, and we captured a fraction of that.
Wow. Yeah, I was going to say the cinematography and the scene locations on this film was breathtaking as well.
I was so lucky. A lot of my crew came from Portugal, and we managed to get Rui Pocas, who's our cinematographer, and he is just a joy to work with, the coolest person I've ever met. And
Right.
just like, so he sees it, he gets it. It was amazing. Yeah.
Well, Teresa, thank you so much for joining us. It's been really fun, and congratulations on Lovely Dark and Deep.
Thank you so much. Thank you.